Bada bing, bada bang. Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay,
Ay,
ay.
ay, ay. We live. You know we live, champ.
We
I done went
live?
on. Yes, sir.
We already on?
Yes, sir. Just letting the room build
Nah.
up. Just let the room build up. You know, we late right now. We super late right now. We late journalists, man. But hold on now. Let me get this right. Bada bing, bada bang. Okay then.
Oh, man.
We late, man. We
Just
late, bro.
one of them
Like,
days.
where these Negroes at?
That them dudes go through.
Friday, episode number
Feel it
28.
inside. Don't know what to do. Just one of them days.
I like that rendition, man.
You already know, man.
It's a nice liquor rendition right there, man.
You see it there. You see it there.
Just a liquor rendition, you see?
Just a little
I hope you guys are entertained. You know what I mean? I hope you guys are super duper entertained.
Are you not entertained?
We put a lot. Are you not entertained? We put a lot into this production. I mean, a lot. All right? Make sure you guys come in the comment section. Make sure you guys leave a comment for me. We should all know the routine by now. Leave a comment section. Leave a comment in the comment section. That's your fingerprint, all right? Make sure you guys don't be ninja watchers. That's the person that be creeping and watching. You know what I mean?
boy there. Them when I them boy there.
You know them people that watch from a distance. They know all go on, but they never participate.
Yeah, me know
But
them.
they love the show because they see the show go on. You feel me? We
Me
entertain.
know them.
So do me a favor, hit the like button, share this podcast for me. This is episode number.
Oh, what is 28?
28. This is 28, brother.
28, right?
This is 28.
Or
This
2
is
hit.
28.
2 hit.
It could be 2 hit too. It depends. You know,
Because them boy they love 2 hit.
Yeah. Well, you could flip it any way, Rastaman. All right, Rastaman, take it this way, flip it this way, flip it that way. The combo breaker. All right. Words. You guys see the power of words. All right. That's the power of words.
You see
L.O.T.S approved. Listen, man. L.O.T.S approved media. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 28. Powered by L.O.T.S approved media. I go by the name of L.O.T.S approved, the incomparable.
Incomparable.
Often imitated, but
Never.
cannot be duplicated.
Never ever that.
All right? And everything we say is a statement.
You see it there.
You got to make shit rhyme. When it rhymes, it sounds better. All right? And I'm going to let my partner in crime, my PNC, go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
I goes by the name of Planet. Planet, goddammit, Free G5. You already know what time it is, you know what I mean? This is how it is. This is episode 2 hit. Because them love to hit. And them love to infiltrate. And them love to hit all the while.
Harley Wild. That means they like to infiltrate. You know what I mean? And they love to hate. All right, this is going to be a serious podcast. We're going to be talking about some politics today. It's not going to be too much gossiping going on because this is not really a gossiping week, you know? So we're going to speak about some politics. We're going to talk about some sports. You know what I mean? Mrs. Reese. What's her name? What the girl, the basketball LSU player go by the name of? Mrs. Reese.
What's her name?
Let me tell you, so half the time I don't be knowing these people's name. So for when I research them, that's when I get acquainted with them. So let's go. All right, her name is, what is that? Reese. What her last name? Angela Reese. All right. Last name is Reese. First name is Angela. All right. So we're going to speak about the LSU player that was invited by Julie Biden. Whose Biden is that?
What y'all talking about?
She was invited by Biden's wife to the White House after the win over Iowa State. All right. So guess what? Now she had originally turned them down. We're gonna speak about that. Okay. Also, we're gonna speak about this ridiculousness about having sex 4 times a day. All right. That's something we're gonna speak about. All right. And I do apologize about us coming on late today. All right. But we have real live situations. You know what I mean? But we still here, right? Episode number 28. We there. Thank you for the like. Thank you for being in the building and hitting the like button.
We're there.
All right. So we're gonna speak about that. We also gonna speak about Kevin Gates. All right. You guys know there's never a dull moment with Kevin Gates. You guys already know how I feel about Kevin Gates. All right. Over sexualized Kevin Gates. The women love Kevin Gates. They support Kevin Gates. But as of lately, there's a rumor going around, and I wouldn't even say a rumor because there's an actual woman that's confessing, a transgender woman, to sleeping or having some type of sexual relations with Mr. Kevin Gates. All right, so we're gonna speak about that too. All right. Now, let's go into, that was a little bit of gossip, but we're gonna talk about some serious subjects here. Wait one moment. Let me pull up this list here. All right, so we can speak about that too. Offset is taking a cue from Taylor Swift because he's beefing with his own label over ownership of his solo recordings. All right, so you guys know Offset is the Migos, and you guys know there's been an ongoing contractual battle with QC, the label, with Offset since Offset has departed from Migos, the group. All right. So Offset is trying to give you guys an album. So shout out to Offset too. We're gonna speak about that too. All right. But for the most part, I think that's it for the hip hop. We're gonna get political a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Okay, more hip hop. XXXtencion, the killers of XXXtencion, convicted. Yeah. Sentencing them to life in prison. All right. We'll speak a little bit about that. Also, shout out to XXXtencion home team, and we'll speak about XXXtencion's mother and her response to the whole situation. All right. Coolio's family times in. They're speaking about the true death. The death of Coolio has came out as, I guess, the autopsy and the reports, and basically he passed away from fentanyl. All right. So if you guys don't know, Coolio passed away from fentanyl. Shout out to Damien Parada in the building. Shout out to Dame in the building. All right. Family, let me put that up there. Shout out to Dame in the building. Big up yourself. Listen, everybody that comes in the building, I need you guys, as soon as you guys come in the building, do me a favor. Leave a comment in the comment section like Damien just did, all right? Damien Parr. He has Damien Parr, all right? Damien, you guys do the same thing. Make sure you guys are leaving comments in the comment section. Make sure you guys are hitting like, all right? When you guys hit the like, that makes YouTube recommend the content, so I appreciate that you guys hit the like button, all right? We call that wiping your feet on the rug. Same way you wipe your feet on the rug at your grandparents' house, wipe your feet on the rug here also, and make sure you guys are hitting the like button, all right? Also, you guys come in the comment section. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know that you're here. We're here week after week. We came for y'all.
Week after week. We here for y'all.
We came for y'all.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? So I need you guys in that comment section. All right? Make sure you guys are going to the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the YouTube channel, because I don't leave this content up for too long. I'm going to remove this content off of the page, off of Facebook, off of Twitter, off of Twitch. It's going to be removed. Well, not necessarily on Twitch, but Twitter, Facebook, etc., etc. I'm going to remove all that content off of this. So make sure you guys are getting acquainted with the content. Go to the page, subscribe to the YouTube page. Right. All right? All right. Some more things I want to speak about. We're getting political. We're going to get serious. And I like to talk about politics, I'm going to be honest with you. All right? All right. That's a little bit deep there. Let me see here. Criminal charges against Donald Trump were unveiled Tuesday as prosecutors accused him of participating in a scheme to cover up potential sex scandals during the 2016 presidential campaign. Mr. Trump pleaded not guilty to 34 felony charges of falsifying business records, all of them focused on his involvement in the payment of hush money to a porn star, Stormy Daniels, who said she had an affair with him. All right, so we're gonna speak about Donald Trump too. Shout out to Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Even for those that are not really fans of Donald Trump, right? Yeah. I tell you, this platform, we unbiased. We are journalists. We're not here to judge people, right? We're here to deliver you guys the message. That's why we call this "Don't Shoot the Messenger."
Don't do it.
You know what it is.
Don't do it.
Bless up to Damien. All right. What are we gonna speak about first? Okay, Bobby Lee, the former chief technology officer of Square, who helped launch Cash App, has died after an apparent stabbing attack in San Francisco. So you guys know who this guy is. San Francisco. You guys know that is what do they call that? Silicon Valley. All right. I'm not sure if that's where he stays, but that's where all the tech people stay out there in Silicon Valley. So this guy here is Bobby Lee, the former chief technology officer of Square. So you guys know the app Square that we use, all right? For the business people, them. A mysterious death, all right?
Yeah, the founder of Cash App, huh? What times we live in?
And also, we're gonna speak about, last but not least, we're gonna speak about Florida with the license to to carry, not just carry, but concealed. All right, you no longer need a license to conceal or purchase a weapon in Florida. All right, everybody's allowed to walk around concealed. You guys know how Florida is. All right, and there's some more things about DeSantis, how would you pronunciate his name? All right, he's at the forefront of a lot of things. So let's just start right there, just the license. Okay, so you guys know, being in Florida, something that people admire us as Floridians, right? When people come to Florida, they like the way that we're able, that's why they call us wild, keep in mind. But we'll get into that. But people love Florida, the benefits of Florida, and one of them is our gun laws, okay?
Right.
As well as you guys seen during the pandemic, how our governor treated Florida. A lot of people came to Florida for the facts that they know that we're not so tight. And nor are we following what's going on. We kind of have our own rhythm with things, right?
Right.
So with that being said, license to carry. Now, you don't have to be licensed to have a concealed weapon in Florida. So y'all know already how it is in these Florida streets. Everybody is strapped when they come down here. I'll be telling people, everybody is strapped in Florida. Everybody has a pistol in Florida. All right? And I suggest you do the same. Now, I mean, either way, protect yourself, because Florida is advocates of our gun laws, okay? Advocates. Yeah. And that is the right to bear arms. And we as Americans, we're gonna practice our right to bear arms.
So that means that's the right not to actually take a gun class. You could just literally just walk in these stores now and buy these guns. As long as you're not a criminal. As long as you're not a convicted felon, you can actually just walk it. As long as you 21, you can literally just walk in the store and just go get this gun without a gun class. That's what they telling us. By July 21st, this is going into effect. Boy.
Now, facts though. That's facts, Planet. That's facts.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say something about what Damien said. Damien, we gonna time in on that, and that's a dope topic. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? He said, if you can fit in, give me your insight on dollar potentially crashing. The American dollar, the U.S. dollar is crashing, all right? And that is a optimal topic. Number one, the most concerning topic, I think, is as Americans, if you're an American citizen, that should be the top of your list, all right? And we'll speak about that also, all right? And if you want to, we'll hold on a little bit for that. All right, so now let's go on to Extension. All right, you guys know the death of Extension, that's home team. Shout out to Extension. I know a lot of people that know his parents, know his family, right? South Florida is very small, so we're all familiar. I'm familiar with a lot of people in South Florida, if you're known. Now, you guys know the trial has went on, and these guys have finally been convicted. Now, and also, too, we're going to speak about Pop Smoke. So let's get that out the way off top, the hip-hop, before we go into some serious politics, right? With that being said, these guys was convicted of murder. All of them have life sentences. They're no longer going to see the light. I don't think they have even the potential to have parole, I don't think they have the potential for parole. All right, and we don't see justice like that. Remember, primarily we are street dudes, and I know I get killed for calling myself a street nigga, but it is what it is, right? We don't look for justice in that manner. We don't appreciate. We're not going to give, because in the sense of the system, not to go too deep, but we're all victims of the system. So it's kind of cowardly to try to hand your enemy to the system, knowing that that's the same system that's suppressing you also. But with all that being said, I'm pretty sure the family is super happy right now.
Yeah.
Right? And Extension's mother, she chimed in which she said, make sure you guys don't drop the soap. Now, I'm not sure how it's going to be for them in jail, right? Because I know one thing. I know with Nipsey Hussle, with the murder of Nipsey Hussle, I know he's going to have issues in jail. I don't know how much people loved Extension like that. So I don't know if these guys, when they go in jail, or the other inmates are going to feel threatened by them, or they're going to be feel are they going to feel the need to the
tension, the tension
to even address him? I don't think the inmates are going to feel compelled to have to do something to him, because it's not like he was it's not a rapist or molest type of thing. We got to watch our language. But usually what I'm trying to say is cats that go to jail usually get suppressed for, like, if you're touching kids, if you're a woman beater. These are the type of cats that have hard times in jail. And another thing is if you kill a street hero. If you kill a nigga from the hood, that's a street hero. You're gonna have the issue when you get locked up. Fact though, and I've had friends that went through stuff like that. Right. During incarceration, they have to go through altercations with families of the victims that are locked, or friends of the victims, so-called
still on the streets,
alleged victims.
Whether they locked up or still on the streets, they still got to go through that tension. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah. So I don't know if Extensions, the killers of Extension are gonna have that type of experience in jail, but for the most part, these guys, they got life in jail. All right.
Yeah.
Now moving on, adjacent to that, you guys know about Pop Smoke. So Pop Smoke situation has come to closure also, because Pop Smoke was coming to closure. Now this one right here is like they say, how does T-Rail say on No Jumper? This is a wobbler, right? Because Pop Smoke, one of the murders, I think he was a juvenile. I think all them kids, I think most of them were juveniles. Maybe 2 to 4 of them were juveniles. And one of them got charged with manslaughter already. Now, I'm wondering, how did he get manslaughter? Did he cooperate, in which he copped out to a lesser charge because of his cooperation, or was that what the state offered him just because he's a juvenile? But it didn't seem like to me like that was warranted. Like, I thought he would have a more severe punishment than manslaughter, and I think he got like 4 or 5 years for the crime. So one of the murderers that were involved with the murder, the death of Pop Smoke, caught 5 years. That it didn't correlate with me. I didn't even know that could even exist. I would think like such something so heinous as what happened, I thought there would be bigger repercussions than that.
That's the same as in referring to, not to double back, but with XXXtencion's murder. Remember, there were 4 murders, 3 of them got sentenced to life, and the 4th murderer is going to be sentenced tomorrow because he basically ratted on the other 4. So I don't know if this is the same situation.
Is it 4 of them? So is it 4 of them or is it 5 of them?
It was 4 with the not Pop Smoke. It's 4 with the Extension. That's what I'm trying to say. Is it the same situation as the Extension situation? You know what I mean? Because there was 3 that got sentenced to life, and the 4th suspect is gonna get sentenced probably this week or probably you know what I mean, this later on this week.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking the Pop Smoke situation, it might have been the same situation, since it's all, you know what I mean, correlating in the same thing.
What you mean? What you mean same situation? What you mean by same situation?
Because there were more than one suspect, right?
Yeah.
That and what we say correlated. Did all the suspects get 5 years, or just that one suspect?
Nah. They're not all gonna share the same sentence. Like I said, the kid was, I think he was the youngest one out the group, so that's why he got that sentence.
Okay.
Now that's me just assuming he might have been cooperating, because you know how that goes, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because he's the first one to cop out, so maybe he took the opportunity to cop out.
Right.
And walk it out and talk it out.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I know he's a juvenile. You know what I mean? And he got 5 years, so he will be touching the streets. One of the murderers, one of the people involved with the murder, with the death of Pop Smoke, will be in the streets in 5 years. All right. So this is what we're dealing with, and I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm just here to deliver it. So don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger.
All right. Moving on. That's enough of the hip hop. All right. We spoke about Pop Smoke, and we definitely spoke about I think we've been speaking spoke. Oh, you know what I'm gonna talk about?
What you want to talk about, brother?
One more thing. Let's talk about this Mano situation.
Oh.
All right, so you guys know Mano and Troy Ave they're at odds right now. So you guys know Mano is the Brooklyn rapper, hustle hard, ENT. He had singles. I can't really recall his singles. He hasn't had that great of a career, but he has a good career, right? For the most part, I'm gonna say that, because it's not easy being a rapper, right? So you guys know Mano's persona. He's a Brooklyn rapper. He's always been known for being aggressive, all right? He puts hands on niggas. Now, Mano is known for being the general. He's like the New York general, but it's kind of like Florida. You know, Florida, there can't be no one general in Florida.
Right.
Because there's too many gangsters in my city. So not one gangster can run Florida, and not one gangster can run New York. It's the same thing. But Mano gets regarded as the head dude in Brooklyn, right? So now Mano was there during the altercation with Troy Ave and Taxone. You guys know who Taxone is. Taxone is a former podcaster. Used to talk gangster, in which she had an altercation, obviously, with Troy Ave at the Irving Plaza T.I. concert, and Mano happened to be there. Now, we all know Mano was there, in which Mano's girl got shot in the process. So that was the most of the involvement of Mano, right? Now, according to what Mano was saying, him and Troy Ave had a good relationship. They were cool. Contrary to what's coming out now, all right? They were cool. And I think that Troy Ave would probably agree that they were cool at one point. So now, fast forward. Trials ended. Taxone charged for the murder of Banger. Taxone's awaiting sentencing, right? So now all these new shit coming out. So obviously with Taxone getting charged with the murder of Banger and that whole altercation with Troy Ave, people are at odds. Certain people were on Troy Ave's side. Certain people were on Taxstone's side. So you know you got some diehard people. So Taxstone got some diehard niggas. Because niggas right now is on the internet and they actually beefing with niggas over Taxstone. So Troy Ave has some secret enemies out there, secret adversaries. And I'm pretty sure that he's aware of them at this point. But this is what it is. So Mano took to the internet. All right. So obviously Mano disapproves of Troy Ave, in which Mano says Troy Ave, he doesn't like what Troy Ave is pushing. So Troy Ave is pushing some new type of gangster. I'm gonna tell you, the type of gangster that Troy Ave is pushing is not conventional. And me as an observer, a fan of hip hop, I don't appreciate what Troy Ave is pushing, right?
All right.
Because at the end of the day, he's selling the type of gangster that we don't respect in the hood. And you're making music, and your music is influential. So with that being said, Mano felt the same way, in which Mano, he came out, he spoke about it after the verdict of Taxone receiving that murder charge, right? So this is what happened. Mano comes out with chain. Now Mano's wearing this big Cuban link, big Cuban chain, in which he comes out, he says, he's speaking to Troy Ave, he does a vlog, he does a post in which he's speaking to Troy Ave, right? And this is on the heels of Troy Ave winning in that case. Mano shows this chain. Mano has a big Cuban link chain. You know, like back in days. Now you guys see Cuban links. We're not gonna go too much into it, but they be having emerald cuts and diamonds. This was before that, when cats was really started rocking those type of Cubans. He has a regular Cuban link with the normal Jesus piece head, the conventional rapper kit. Big kilo Cuban link with the Jesus piece for the charm. Now come to find out, Mano says, he posts and he says Troy Ave, whoop-de-woo, he has an intro for Troy Ave, in which he alludes to saying that Troy Ave's chain is fake.
Right.
So he's basically trying to discredit Troy Ave. Now you guys know Troy Ave is known for saying the streets is a myth, right? In which you guys can check out my post, in which I posted, no, the streets is not a myth, Troy Ave. Your chain is a myth. Right. The chain was actually a myth. And I can't believe that the way the gangster that he projects, the gangster that he pushes, and then he's wearing fake chains and shit like that. And then he's constantly talking about artists that are lying. Like he's the lying police. Basically, he's campaigning saying that rappers are not real, the streets are not real. So it was contrary. It was hypocritical. He contradicted himself by having a fake chain. But hold up. You would think that would have hurt his credibility, and it did not hurt Troy Ave's credibility at all. Mano's on fire right now. So everybody's saying that Mano is clout chasing. People are saying, Mano, why did you bring out this chain 7 years later? Why you didn't give the man his chain when you had the opportunity to? Now, I told you, don't shoot the messenger. I just delivered a message. I don't really have no opinion about that. So I'm watching how the public react. They're saying that Mano took too long to address that chain. Basically saying that's a clout move for Mano. So you have a lot of different people that are chiming in. Whack 100 chimed in. He's confused. You got some New York residents, natives, that are now speaking up against Mano, right? And remember when I tell you guys, you can't make a career out of being gangster. You as real as you keep it. You as gangster as your next opponent. Your gangster's always at jeopardy. Your gangster, when you're a gangster, your reputation is always at jeopardy as long as you're involved in some gangster activity, right? So Mano is not going to be the boogeyman for however long that he thinks he's going to be. It's the same way with out there in Houston, Jay Prince. The boogeyman, how long can you survive as a boogeyman? I don't think that like I told you, the career of a gangster is very short. There's new gangsters being born every day, and everybody got balls until they get caught for some shit. Everybody's a gangster until they facing football numbers. So you got a lot of cats that they're under the impression that they can go up against you. Though you might be a Jay Prince, though you might be a Mano, there's some weak nigga on the corner who's gassing himself, who went through a couple altercations and came out on the better end of the deal. And he's feeling his gangster. He's coming for your gangster. Gangsters get replaced. It can't be too many gangsters per square feet because gangsters got to eat.
Preach, bro.
There can't be too many gangsters per square feet because gangsters got to eat. Gangsters get replaced. The younger lions take out the older lions. Why? Because the older lions want to hold that corner. They don't want to let go. They suffocate the corner. They won't let the younger lions do what they do. Right? So Mano got a lot of backlash for that Troy Ave chain. And right now, Troy Ave and Mano, they're at it. They going at it. Shout out to Mano, shout out to Taxone, shout out to Troy Ave. I have no horse in the race, but Troy Ave, I'm not gonna lie to you, me as an observer, and you know what I mean, I don't really like the image that you're portraying. That's just being honest. But I'm not holding nothing against you. Get your money, do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do, brother.
I'm not against you. I'm not how you say I'm not rooting for you either.
I'm not
rooting for you either.
I'm not fully indulged in what you partaking in right now. You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah. All right. Now I think we done with this rapper talk. No more rapper talk. Yeah. We done no more rapper talk. All right, listen, because sometimes the rap shit be boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. The rap shit do be boring sometimes. So let's speak about this right now. Let's go into what Damien's talking about. If you could fit it in, give me your insight on the dollar potentially crashing. All right, you guys, listen. You guys know about Russia. Y'all know about China and how they took on this. I don't know if it's the yen or yuan. I don't know how you pronunciate the dollar, their dollar bill, their currency.
The yen.
But I think it's the yen. But I heard somebody else say something the other day. They pronunciated it a different way. Tomato. But we're going to go with the yen, right? The Chinese dollar. Russia picked up the Chinese dollar, as well as India picked up the Chinese dollar, as well as South Africa. I think Saudi Arabia picked up the Chinese dollar. So now the concern is our dollar going to fall? Well, contrary to what you thought, people were under the impression that our dollar was sustaining. Our dollar been losing its value for a minute, right? But this is the thing. With that being said, don't you guys see there's a transition into digital currency? We're going through a transition into digital currency right now. So what I think is, like I said, this is an exchange of power. You got to remember, when we're going into one industry into the next industry, right? It's not always, they have to make it a smooth transition, but it's not always a smooth transition. Why? Because these industries is what people primarily make their wealth off of. Not everybody wants an electric car. What about the oil companies?
True.
I ain't gonna go too deep. What killed the electric car? If you guys ever get a chance, go on YouTube and check out what killed the electric car. All right. But with that being said, the American dollar is crashing. But what I'm alluding to is it might be premeditated. What I'm alluding to is they might have a solution that was already premeditated for this. This might be intentional. What's the byproduct of the American dollar falling? What's the byproduct of China and Russia uniting? The byproduct is inflation. The byproduct is the value of our dollar declining, right? But don't forget, we have the induction of cryptocurrency, digital currency. I know you guys see at the corner stores, they got those Bitcoin machines now, digital currency machines actually. And we sat there, we had the luxury of watching the transition from paper money to digital money. We had the opportunity to see that. And it's an amazing time. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of people are probably scared, people scared initially what they're seeing, the crisis, they're going to consider the crisis. People are seeing the dollar fall, so a lot of people are scared. Me, myself, I'm not too scared. You might say I got balls, right? But I'm just thinking about this country, and I know my country, America's a small country, right? And like I said, we're making a transition to the digital dollar, so at the end of the day, money and how we exchange money is always going to be a concern when you talk about trade. And everybody's
money.
Facts.
And especially when you're talking about your money and your pocket. Continue to preach, my brother.
Facts.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's always going to be an issue from when you went from gold to legal tender to money and what have you. We're not going to go too deep into economics, right? But I'm just going to say, I'm going to keep it at this. We're transitioning into digital currency at this moment. All right? So a lot of countries are not willing to transition with us at the same time, but it's inevitable. It's in that digital currency is coming. It's inevitable.
At the same damn time.
It's inevitable. So whoever's not participating currently, you could try to hold on to these old traditions, hold on to these dollar bills, but it's even deeper than that because I think they want to trade oil. And natural resources is the true form of trade. When you're speaking about gold and oil, this is what we're supposed to be trading, right? These are the things that are like, not to say that they're irreplaceable, but these are natural resources, meaning they're in abundance, but they do have a limit to them.
Yeah, for what they're used for.
For what they're used for, all right? So, yes, our dollar is crashing. Yes, the American dollar is crashing. But you guys don't be scared. Hold on to your seats. Do your homework. Make sure you educate yourself. And I know common sense is not common, but educate yourself and maybe it'll sound more common to you. Things will start being more clear to you. All right? And I hope that can answer your question to my best of my ability. Okay? And like I said, we root for America. We always got America.
We always got to root for where we sit. You know
straight up. We got it. We Americans. I'm Haitian American. Yeah. I love Haiti. You know what I mean? I push Haiti first, but same time, he's Jamaican American. But at the same time, we living in America. Yeah. City, the country of gangsters.
Medea. So I gotta rep with Medea. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Now, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. We gonna watch things unfold. Let's go into what Tasha's talking about.
Oh, hey, Tasha.
Yeah, even Tasha timing in. Let me see what Tasha put here. For his nation's business and global market, Russian President Vladimir Putin endorsed the yuan. See, I think is that yin or is yuan? Y-U-A-N. I'm just gonna say yin. All right. So listen, Vladimir Putin endorsed the yin as the currency of choice on the second day of Chinese President Xi Jinping visit to Moscow. The two world leaders signed 14 economic agreements on March 21st. And see, I want to know what those agreements were. I'm not just going to fly past that. 14 economic agreements on March 1st, covering everything from scientific cooperation to joint production of television programs as they look to counterbalance the U.S. dollar worldwide dominance. All righty then. So they up to their shit. So yeah, they're going against our dollar, they're going against the U.S. dollar. But like I said, we're going to digital currency. So though I'm not an economics expert, I'm not a currency expert, right?
Yeah.
But I just feel like this was anticipated because it's chess, not checkers. America did not make any move without thinking about the repercussions 20 steps ahead. So whatever America had planned in reference to currency, whatever issue America has, whatever plan that America's implementing, they have their 10 steps ahead. They already know the repercussions of 10 steps ahead. So I'm pretty sure they were anticipating this new alliance. I'm pretty sure America knew about this new joint alliance. Facts though.
Superman facts.
And Damon says this is what war looks like nowadays. Facts though.
Yeah.
Facts though. I agree with you. I agree with you. Now listen, say some more stuff, right? Tasha, shout out to Tasha, man. Big up to Tasha. And I appreciate you so much, Tosh. All right. Let me get right, man, because when I be reading, I gotta really pay attention, and then I get heavy too when I'm reading. All right. So listen, and I'm a good reader. That part. Listen, as part of the talks of Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President, no. What she did that again? That's the same thing.
No.
Okay, something different. Okay, as part of the talks that Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Jinping are currently conducting in Russia, Russia has vowed to move to use the Chinese yen as a settlement currency with countries in Asia, Africa, and Latam. Putin expressed that using national currencies for international trading should be encouraging further. All right, so we get it. We get it. So that's what Putin's doing, all right? So these guys, they're campaigning, they're rounding up the troops, and they're trying to go against our country, right? But it's always been like that. I'm pretty sure this is just this is a repeat of history. So that's why I don't get too scared. But remember, like you said, I'm gonna put what Damien just said right here, and this is something you always got to take, because there's always an element of surprise, right? So with that being said, this is what war looks like nowadays. Yes, yeah, it's a political war. It's a political war, right?
Hey, man.
And I'm pretty sure the way that we experienced war in the past is probably gonna be way different in our future. You got AI technology, you got drones. So now we flying over people and we bombing. We don't even have to necessarily send troops over there. So we got different war tactics now. All right.
They trying to keep it on the digital board. That would keep us humans safe, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Because my son is on that battlefield fighting for this country too. You know.
Shout out to DJ. Shout out to DJ on the field.
You know
DJ's in the army. That's Planet's son that's in the army. All right. Yo, listen, Planet. What you talking about earlier?
What they do, sir?
What you talking about earlier when I was talking about you was gonna speak on?
Which one that?
What was speaking about earlier?
Oh,
there was something you was gonna do. You said you was adamant about that you wanted to speak about.
Nah, man, I was talking about our boy was back in the news again, man, and it was kind of disturbing to me, man. But I really can't have no opinion on that because don't shoot the messages. This word of mouth thing. I heard that your boy Kanye West is back in the news again, man. That's all I heard. You know what I'm saying? I heard his school is under attack. He got 2 teachers that's basically suing him right now. You know what I mean? For saying that the conditions in the school were actually, I don't know what they trying to say. Like his school conditions were deplorable, worse than any other school conditions. But it's hard to believe that it's Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? And they starting it off with saying, "Oh, he was feeding his kids them sushi for lunch." You understand what I'm saying? So raw fish, I guess that's a part of their what do you say, their curriculum. That's what the teachers then were talking about.
Tosh just chimed in. Tosh said it's true. She said he feeding those kids sushi only.
Okay. Yeah, so when this man is feeding these kids sushi and they're looking at it like FDA's attacking them, I don't know. It's just little tidbits things that they're attacking them on. I don't think that me personally, don't shoot the messenger. I don't think they should be attacking them on. You know what I'm saying? They're going after. They got 2 teachers talking about his curriculum. He's not teaching about Jewish history. He's not teaching about Black history. He's not teaching about another. I'm not sure if it's even the whole Christian Bible history. He's not even teaching about the certain parts of the Bible. He's not teaching. He's leaving out. You know what I'm saying? So as of today, man, I was just literally looking at my boy Kanye, like, what's going on with him? And it's not
Kanye. So Kanye got the charter school, right? I think it's a charter school. So Kanye, with that being said, you guys know one of the biggest things about the black community, we want to control our education. So the only way we're going to control our education is forming our own industries, our own facilities. What I'm referring to as in a school, an institution. We have to create our own institutions so we can be responsible for how our kids are being indoctrinated. We're talking about information and history and what have you, and what's in their best interest educational wise, right? So now with Kanye, with the demise of Kanye, what Lo is saying, what Planet is saying is that they're attacking Kanye, right? I've seen teachers attacking him. Parents that had students attending his school because of his abrupt decisions with the school. They're trying to say basically that Kanye didn't take in consideration all the people that were participating in the school with his abrupt decisions that he was making, right? Don't shoot the messenger. I'm not saying this. This is what the people are saying. So now, another complaint. They're talking about Kanye was feeding the kids only sushi. I don't believe that. Honestly, I don't believe that, but like I said, anything that's worthy of a lawsuit, people are going to take the opportunity, right? Because if Kanye was feeding kids nothing but sushi, I've never called Kanye crazy. I've never jumped on the bandwagon of Kanye's crazy bandwagon. But if Kanye is feeding kids nothing but sushi, this would be the first time pigs must be flying. Yeah. Hell must have froze over if Kanye is feeding kids sushi. That's the first time I'm gonna say Kanye's crazy.
And let me tell you like this. And I'm gonna break it down. Just everyday sushi. Now, if you was getting,
it's not happening.
No, if you getting sushi at that private school, come on, sign me up for it, bro. I've never in my life established such luxuries and such types of, you know what I'm saying, even regularly on the street. You know what I mean?
If I'm getting sushi, they commend him for the sushi.
They ain't even commend him for the sushi. They condemning him for the sushi. You know what I'm saying? Then they talking about this man has a fear of stairs.
A fear of stairs?
Yes, he has a fear of stairs. So he only literally, he walks on the first level. No, they was trying to portray this man to make him seem like he's literally, I don't know, man. Like since the 250.
But crazy is a compliment.
Crazy is a compliment, especially
crazy
in that position. Especially in that position.
Especially when you said it, when you was a billionaire, multi-billionaire at one point, everybody adopting your ideologies, everybody's dressing like you. Apparently, crazy is a good thing. Yeah. All right. And also, Tasha said that he had the kids sitting on the floor. Now,
okay, we gotta have a powwow. What's wrong with a powwow?
In China, don't they cross over there and they there's nothing wrong with sitting on the floor.
And then they said they had the kids wearing all black. What's wrong with wearing all black?
There's nothing wrong with that. Kanye got his own curriculum, man. And I'm pretty sure that I don't think none of the, this is how you know all this is propaganda. This is how you know the whole Kanye West school thing is propaganda. Because prior to Kanye making all those derogative statements, prior to Kanye having this spectacle that he created, the biggest spectacle on earth.
The school was there.
The departure from Adidas, prior to Kanye disrespecting damn near every entity out here, I didn't hear nothing about Kanye and his school. All these people didn't have these complaints prior to Kanye doing what he did. Yeah. So I'm chalking all this up to just people.
I'm pretty sure that's just I can't even say pretty sure. Don't shoot the messenger. This is in my opinion. You know what I mean? Those two teachers that's coming at this man in this situation right now is just on some. They've been there. I feel they've been planted in that whole program just in case anything happens. Yo, we need y'all to do this just in case this happens. We need y'all to do this in case this happens. Then they start talking about, a student that was out of hand that slapped the teacher and slapped other students.
What's at his school?
At his school. Are you freaking kidding me? How much kids done slap the next kid or slap the teacher, done something, and it was just a regular day around this, but they making it seem like, Kanye, why'd your student slap the teacher, then slap a student? We can't control it. We need $30 million off of you.
Facts. Now you see what Damien said? They trying to teach a lesson, same trick. All right, so you guys see what's going on. So it's definitely a lesson, man. At the end of the day, all this Kanye, this witch hunt for Kanye, just know a lot of it is not valid. And I'm not condoning all Kanye's tirades, obviously. We're not condoning everything that Kanye, because a lot of things that Kanye does is controversial, right?
It's controversial. He's a controversial character.
But there's a witch hunt. There's a witch hunt for Kanye, and a lot of this shit is not valid. All right? All that attacking him about his school, let the man run his school the way he want to run his school. But keep in mind now, when you're a billionaire, you have schools, the lawsuits come with it. Matter of fact, lawsuits is the American way. So hopefully Kanye has a budget for the lawsuits.
Lawsuits is the American way. But let me tell you this, brother. This is the first time in a long time that a black school is being attacked. This school ain't even been open 5-10 years yet. But it's being attacked. You know what I'm saying? It's being attacked because of who is actually, you know what I'm saying, running the school. You know what I'm saying? And like we say, man, it's a what we say, crazy is different. It ain't actually crazy the way they definition
crazy
of it.
is not a bad thing. My own mother says she crazy, and I mean, like, I've never seen my mama do nothing crazy other than run her mouth sometimes. But my mama's not crazy in the sense of she's saying you gotta be crazy in order to make it through life.
Straight up.
I mean, to make it through trials, to make it throughout your trials and tribulations, you got to be crazy. Because imagine this: if God would have told you the trials and tribulations you would have had as a fetus coming out your mother, and gave you the option and be like, "Yo, do you want to go in the world? Would you want to go in the world and face all these ups and downs, or would you rather stay in the womb?" 9 times out of 10, you would have chosen to stay in the womb. So to go through life is crazy. Just to go through life, you have to have a tad bit. You got a tad bit be insane.
Great analogy, brother. Great analogy.
You got to be a tad bit crazy to go through life. Yeah. All right. And that's it with Kanye West. But shout out to Kanye West. And like I said, Kanye West got a big budget, so I'm pretty sure Kanye West can handle the lawsuits, right? He has lawyers on retainer for that, right?
And now, remember, and this is that. Not to cut you off. It's not just Kanye West school. It's Kanye West and his, his conglomerates. But since Kanye West's name is the lead on the name.
Oh yes, Kanye is definitely gonna take the brunt of
the brunt
of all the ridicule,
all the ridicule,
accusations, and obviously the school is under his name, so he's definitely gonna be held responsible.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's like, it's not like he's the face of the school, but contractually it's not under. He's responsible for that school.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's enough. That's enough for Kanye. All right. This is something big that I want to go into, something I'm adamant about. All right. Let's talk about this right here, and I want to see what people are at with it. All right. All right. CNN environmental lawyer and anti-vaccine activist Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has filed paperwork with the Federal Election Commission to run for president in 2024. As a Democrat, the 69-year-old is the son of former New York Senator, U.S. Attorney General, assassinated 1968, presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy, and nephew of the late President John F. Kennedy. All right. I had to go into that because that's something big that I'm adamant about. If you guys don't know, that's the Kennedy family. All right. So basically, this is the nephew of Robert F. Kennedy. Oh, sorry, John F. Kennedy. The nephew of John F. Kennedy is running for president for 2024. I don't know when I told you guys how you guys felt when initially revealing that to you guys, right? I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but me myself initially, when I heard that, I was taken back. I was blown back by that pause. That was some big information for me. I haven't really seen the Kennedys participate in any government activities. Not to say they haven't participated, but they haven't had a lot of participation in our government. Usually, politicians, their whole family get involved in politics, right? But there's a stigma about the Kennedys. Right, we know the story of John F. Kennedy. assassination, obviously. We know the story of Robert F. Kennedy, and there's some more Kennedys, all right, that had some experiences. I'm not going to go into all the conspiracy, right? But this subject is serious. I need you guys to go do your homework and read up on the Kennedys, all right? So there's another Kennedy that's coming to run for president for 2024, all right? And let's get his name correct again, all right?
Robert F. Kennedy.
Robert F. Kennedy.
Jr.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Running for president. So this is what I'm getting at. I wonder if you guys are feeling like I'm feeling. Because I know that they feel compelled to continue the legacy of John F. Kennedy. I got to look at these names because Robert, John K. Robert's the brother, and then you have Robert Kennedy Jr., all right? So John F. Kennedy, you know, he left a blazing trail. All right? And the Kennedys as a family, they have that stigma. People believe that the Kennedys are going to carry the same agenda.
Right.
This is in theory, right? Because I don't want to condemn the man already. Maybe the man is just going to have a presidency, and maybe he's not going to implement all these things that his uncle implemented. Right? But I think that he's going to feel compelled to keep that good fight up that his uncle fought. Now, you know there's a big conspiracy theory on the Kennedys. All right? Some people say the Kennedys are targeted. I'm not going to go into that. But I want you guys to do your homework. All right? So we have another Kennedy that's running for president. It's a beautiful thing to me. Because I kind of like the family. I like the family. I like what the family represents for what I know of the family. And if there's anything that's contradicting to what I'm saying, you guys let me know in the comment section. Let me know. But last time I checked, the Kennedys, for the most part, it's an interesting family. And they have a good name out here. All right? Big up to Robert Kennedy Jr.
They just,
all right?
They just be having a lot,
Big up to Robert Kennedy Jr.
I want to see more. A lot of problems.
What you mean?
They just be having a lot of problems out there. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to go into the conspiracy because this goes crazy. The mob and you guys know. I don't want to go in depth with those type of conversations because those conversations will get you banned off the internet, right?
Yeah,
so we're not gonna speak. I want you guys to go ahead and make sure you guys are doing your homework on the Kennedy family. But for the most part, you guys know what John F. Kennedy represented, all right? And his family follows in his footsteps. They're not really contrary to what he's doing. They actually follow with the same consistency, all right? So I think they adopted the same values. I think they have the same values. So what I'm alluding to is Robert Kennedy Jr. may carry on the legacy of John F. Kennedy. That might be his intentions, right? And there's a high probability that actually is going to be the case. So shout out to the Kennedys. Shout out to the Kennedys.
Shouts out.
All right. Now, let me see. I told you it's going to be kind of serious. Shout out to Coolio. We didn't speak about Coolio. We should have spoke about Coolio. We'll speak a little bit about Coolio. And you know I got to end this off with, all right? So, Coolio family comes out and they say Coolio passed away from fentanyl. So you guys know we got an epidemic in America, a fentanyl epidemic. People are saying that crack was better than fentanyl. They're saying bring crack back. They're screaming bring crack back. Fentanyl is first of all, fentanyl is like synthetic heroin. If you guys don't know what it is, it's like 100 times more potent than regular heroin, what have you, right? It's a pandemic in America right now with fentanyl. Everything is being laced with fentanyl. I've seen people react. Everything. Pills. Everything laced with fentanyl. I've even heard some marijuana laced with fentanyl. I've heard that.
Trees.
Right? I've definitely heard that.
X.
Facts.
Whatever y'all.
Call out all the drugs.
Oh my gosh. God
what
damn.
else? So fentanyl is used. Fentanyl is a fiddle. Not a fiddle. I mean, it's a fuller for everything, right? So Coolio passed away from fentanyl, and there's a lot of deaths behind fentanyl. I actually went to school with a kid that was responsible. What they allegedly say he was responsible for bringing that to South Florida, and I'm not gonna say his name. Obviously.
Hold on, it was other drugs in Coolio's system too.
There was other drugs?
So it was probably a drug. The main drug he probably used was probably laced with fentanyl. We never know. But that was the main drug that killed him.
Facts. That might be true. That might be true. But fentanyl is the primary drug.
Prime.
And most of us would have guessed that. But for the most part, rest in peace to Coolio. You guys pay attention to your family members. They on fentanyl right now. You know what I mean? And so you cats that are on fentanyl out there that are able to survive, some of you guys are warriors. Some of you guys are like gargoyles.
Straight up.
Because you have to have gargoyle strength for fentanyl. I've seen, I don't even say no names, but I've seen how cats act off of fentanyl, right? So you have to be a very strong person to be able to go through the experience of fentanyl, because that's a very strong drug. I've seen people sweating frantically, breathing hard from taking fentanyl. And they're not taking fentanyl voluntarily. They're purchasing drugs thinking that it's the drug that they're purchasing, unbeknownst to them that's actually fentanyl in that drug. Right? But you can tell how people reacting that the fentanyl is working on them.
That guy.
All right? So we'll be screaming, bring crack back.
Bring
crack back.
Bring crack
back.
Bring
Get off the
crack
fentanyl.
back.
Now,
bring crack back.
This is something I want to speak about this whole week, and this is beyond everything I'm talking about. Let's speak about this Larsa Pippen, all right? And you know I love to address the ladies, you know what I mean? And we as men, me, myself especially, I love to, satisfy a woman.
All right.
We as men, we love to satisfy a woman. If you're a man and you fall short of satisfying a woman, you feel like less of a man, right? Yeah. If you don't last long enough in the bedroom, you feel like less of a man. So you give it your all.
Right.
All right. Larsa Pippen says she has sex 4 times a day. Let's address it. Let's talk about it. Larsa Pippen, Scottie Pippen's ex, Marcus Jordan's new love interest. Michael Jordan's son is dating his former teammate. Michael Jordan's son's dating his former teammate's former wife.
Right.
Love interest. Basically, your worst nightmare came true. Jordan's son got your bitch. And you already thought that you probably thought Jordan was going to take your bitch, but Jordan didn't take your bitch. His son took your bitch.
Yeah.
Facts, though.
He dunking in that. Dunking in.
So now, Larsa Pippen she got the internet going crazy. Larsa Pippen said she has sex 4 times a day. Now, let me tell you something, bro. Me, myself, I can have sex 4 times a day.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be consistent.
Yeah.
It's not going to be consistent. Now, anybody, let's reverse this. First of all, let me ask you something. On a consistent basis,
right?
How many times do you have sex a day on a consistent basis?
Let me tell you this.
The most, not on your downtime, not your average, but at your high point. How much sex have you had on a consistent basis? And it has to be at least for a month. It can't be for a week or 2 weeks.
All right, on a consistent,
every day.
Just say on a consistent basis. And a steady relationship, I would say for a month, I would say about twice a day.
Twice a day.
Yeah.
Now, sex twice a day, that's normal. Having sex twice a day is normal, right? You'll still have energy. If you have sex twice a day, you probably can have sex in the morning. You know what I mean? We have our quickies in the morning, and then you can have sex at night, what have you. You know what I mean? As a nightcap. That's normal in society, having sex twice a day. Now, what would you say about having sex 3 times a day?
3 times a day depends. Let me tell you this. Depends on what's in the bank account and what's the budget. But 3 times a day consistently for a month? No. I would say probably 3 times once a week. You feel what I'm saying? Out of that 2 times a week, it could probably double up that one time. You know what I'm saying? That day for the week.
So basically, on an average, you're having sex twice a day. At your height, that's when you're at your height. We call it your prime. You might even not even gonna say your prime, just at your height. At one point in your life, you was having sex twice a day. Now Damien said twice a day. All right. Now he said Damien also said that's a lot of energy. So that's what I'm alluding to right there. Let's get to it. All right. Having sex twice a day is normal. Twice a day is normal. But now, in these days and times, right? First of all, if you're having sex more than twice a day, let's just be real. You're not busting a nut no more. It's dog water. It's puppy water that you busting. So you're not even having you're not even busting a nut. You're not coming like that. Pause. Right?
You're damn right.
So you busting. You know how it is. You know how it be when you constantly having sex. You know what I mean? And you won't stop. And you think you're gonna get this. You think you're gonna bust a nut, but it's actually some dog water. Right? So now you're having sex 3 times a day. Let's talk about just having sex, period, with women, right? Imagine this, the energy that you put into having sex. Look what Damon said. That's a lot of energy. Now, if you having quickies, if you having 5 minutes, you having sex for 5 minutes, you probably could do 4 times. And I still don't believe that you can have sex 4 times a day on a consistent basis, even with having 5-minute quickies. I don't think so. Right? At one point, your body will malfunction because you need that's blood too. You need your nut. That's part of your life. It helps you thrive throughout life too. It's not just for having babies. All right. There's some special things inside that nut that helps you thrive, your life, thrive, your health, and everything. Right. So now, you having sex 4 times a day. You're telling me. You can tell me you had a quickie 1 time, but you're gonna have sex for over 30 minutes. 4 times a day, knowing that women always complain about 5-minute lover. So if you're having sex for 5 minutes, you're not doing enough. So what woman's gonna let you have sex with her 4 times a day and you're not even satisfying her? That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna have sex with a woman 4 times a day and you're not satisfying her, right? That's abusing her at one point. That would be considered abuse. But if you can have sex with a woman for 30 minutes at a time, 4 times a day, I'm pretty sure women would love that, right? Not all, but I'm pretty sure women would love that. But how are you gonna fuck 4 times a day? How you gonna have sex 4 times a day, 30 minutes at a time? And you know when a woman says this is what a woman would say. When you got a woman in a position, women don't nut easily, all right? Let's get to it. Let's talk about it. Women don't nut easy, right? When they were younger, yeah, but when women start playing with themselves and using toys and stuff, it's not easy for them to bust a nut. And trust me, I know, no woman can tell you. Gentlemen, all the men out there, don't let a woman fool you. They playing with themselves when they cannot nut easily. When a woman can't have an orgasm, when a woman can't nut easily, she's playing with herself too much. So now you as a man, now you trying to satisfy this itch. You ever had a woman go like this when you having sex and a woman be like, oh, stay right there. Don't move. Don't move. Matter of fact, don't slow down. Keep that same pace. When a woman tells you don't move because you're hitting it in the right angle. When a woman tells you keep that pace up, don't stop, keep that pace up. That's because she's about to come, right? But it's the problem. Women don't nut easily when they're playing with themselves. So you have to keep that same stroke. Hold on, let me get up real quick.
Yeah, they're like that.
You got to keep the same stroke up, all right? Yeah. You got to be stroking. You got to straight stroke with a woman.
Charlie horse.
30 minutes, you're going to do that for 10 minutes at a time, 4 times a day. Let me tell you something. I'm a personal trainer. The energy that you're going to exert, you're not going to survive, homie. You can never have sex with a woman 4 times a day on a consistent basis and give it your all. It'll never happen. You don't have enough energy in the world. Eventually, remember, you have a life after that. You have to go about, you got to go to do your thing. You got to do your chores. You got to go to work. You need physical strength. You remember, you need your health. You need certain things. So there's no way that, you're gonna be able to.
Bro, I got Charlie horses. Hey man,
right here? I'm seeing somebody inside the chat. I didn't see who this is. What are you talking about today? I got here kind of late. I don't know, chat, but what's we talking about? Having sex 4 times a day. I wish I knew who that was. Let me know who that is in the chat. Listen, having sex 4 times a day. There's no way you as a man can have sex 4 times a day and sustain energy, sustain your life. It's not gonna happen. So this thing that she's talking about having sex 4 times a day, all she's really doing is, you see, this is I hate, right?
Right.
Sometimes people start upping the requirements. The requirement of a man is always going higher and higher. The expectations that a woman expects from a man. Women are playing with themselves, so they're not nothing easy no more. I haven't changed let me tell you something. I have not changed the way I fuck. I recall when I was younger, women used to bust at least 10 nuts at a time. I recall that. But now as an older gentleman, I'm seeing it takes a little bit longer for them to nut. And I didn't change the way I do my thing. It's still the same schlong. It's still the same length. What's going on? Let's talk about it. We got to talk about it because we're here to satisfy women, right? My how you say, my existence, my reason for being is to satisfy a woman as a man. So my main concern is satisfying a woman. So what I'm trying to say is, how is a man gonna have sex with a woman 4 times a day? Anybody that's promoting that, anybody that's backing that statement up is crazy. Those are some crazy demands. You're gonna be there. 10, 15 minutes at a time, 4 times a day, exerting all your energy. Be for real.
Man. Hey man. That he must be getting paid to do that shit. Like I say.
Now,
he getting paid.
Who's getting paid?
Jordan.
Marcus Jordan? No. Marcus Jordan just signed up for some shit that he didn't know he signed up for. He's not gonna survive. He's not gonna survive. That's a different type of woman that he has, all right? She has a high sex drive, right? And it's not realistic. But this is what Damien's talking about. I have learned starting in a relationship, bring the business no more than 5 minutes. So then when it's time and you want to shine, you could give the 20, but never go all in the beginning. You can't sustain that. Facts though. Now that's some player shit. Listen, that's the type of advice that you guys need, right? That's some real advice. You don't give it your all. There has to be some quickies in there. All right, so don't let the women fool you. A woman will sit there and watch you drain your whole life away. All right, and smile at the end of the day because she's satisfied. All right, so though you want to satisfy a woman, be careful, bro. You cannot have sex 4 times a day, 30 minutes at a time, an hour at a time. That's ridiculous. That's a lie.
That's how you'll be doing right there. You be doing that same thing I did just now, yawning in the goddamn snatch, trying to goddamn. Boy, I have a 6-pack like goddamn L.O.T.S approved media around this mug. Right now, we doing them 4 times a day, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, nuts. That means you're sexing for at least what that is, an hour to 2 hours a day.
You said an hour to 2 hours a day?
Yeah, just from a male's perspective. That's you doing your work. Why that person just posing? Hey,
man, let me tell you something. Half the time, first of all, see, I can talk about this. Let me tell you something. First of all, who does more work in the bedroom, men or women?
You already know.
9 times out of 10, we as men, we have to put in more work. Why? Yeah. Because our ego's on the line. We have to perform. If we don't perform, you're going to tell all your girlfriends that he's not the one. And if you're a man, you already know it's like playing sports. We have to come out. We have to be triumphant in the bedroom. If you're a real man, that's part of your testosterone. That's part of your makeup. It's a competitive nature. We have to satisfy a woman, period, point blank. But if we don't meet those requirements, you know what I mean, then we get shunned. And you don't want women running around speaking about, imagine a woman saying, I don't want to have sex with him because he can't last.
No, that's the
like
wildest.
imagine if that was a thing.
No,
because I've never experienced that in my life.
No, that's the wildest part. You could last 999 times the one time that you just like, oh man, you didn't give it your. Like, hold on, wait. You ain't sliding the home base?
Facts.
What's going on? Now the rumors go out. You be like, oh, this. You be like, wait. You ain't telling about the other times I knocked that thing out the park. Like, that thing was out of there. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 times out the park. That one time I struck out, and that probably struck out just a mental block. You don't know what could be on the mind. We are all human. You know what I'm saying? These things happen to us at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the proposition of saying that giving it our all, no, we give it our all when it's time for what we say. Yeah, sex is sex. You know what I'm saying? Love is love. Those are two different categories.
Well, so when you gonna have like you said, go ahead. I ain't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
So with that being said, now, right? Because I'm on this shit. I want to let them know. Listen, that 4 times a day is not gonna work. 4 times a day is some bullshit. Don't let nobody fool you about that. That's some bullshit. All right. And if you're gonna do 4 times a day, make sure that you're having quickies in between. And like Damon said, give her one good 20 minutes. And that's how you rock out in the bedroom. Don't be an idiot. All right. Because remember, all the responsibility is on us. And I see a lot of women, they'll just lay on their back. They don't really have to do all of that. We all know the thick bras can't ride no dick. We know that. Thick chicks will try to ride you for about 5 minutes and fail. We know that. The skinny chicks is the ones that can take it all. You know that. You better learn that. Remember, I told you that.
Hey, man.
Don't act like I never told you something. Skinny chicks. Hey. Skinny chicks. Skinny girls, they take all that. Skinny girls take all that. Thick chicks can't take dick. If you didn't know.
It's all different myths out there. It's all
no, Rasta. This is not a myth. This is factual. Let me say something. First of all, let me say something. Any nigga that's a girlless, any man that's a girlless, I tell you, thick girls can't really take dick like that. Bigger girls, thick girls and fat girls is 2 different things. Remember, fat girls, there's cushion there. They can take the dick. When you're speaking about thick girls, that's muscle. So the muscle's blocking. So the muscle's like, that muscle is squeezed. It's not giving enough room for you to penetrate like that. So guess what? From when the thick girls is riding you, it kind of hurts them a little bit. Thick girls will ride you for like 5 minutes and literally jump off the ride. They're done with the ride. It's a quick day at the circus. It's a quick ride at the fair. They go for 5 minutes and they get off of the ride.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure it out right now, because there's a lot of females out there that does the you know what I mean, the what we don't know nowadays because of all the surgeries. You know, are they transitioning to thick girls? Are they was they thick before?
Nah, you can't transition to a thick girl. You can't transition to thick. Thick. Let me tell you something. Thick is a thing. Like, listen, man. You can't transition to thick, all right? Because when you talking about thick, you can't muscles. Muscles is muscles. That's not thick. That's muscles. When I mean thick, I'm talking about you're thick without working out. Thick girls. Thick girls, not girls that lift weights. I'm talking about thick girls. Thick girls can't take dick. Any nigga would tell you that. Thick girls can't really take dick. I'm not saying there's not exception. Of course, you can have a thick girl that's taking dick, but majority of thick girls, they can't because their hips, their weight, or their thighs and all that. For some reason, skinny girls, they just take it all, bro. And I'm gonna be 1%. And it's something that I've learned throughout life, just being a gal. It's just different girls, and just I know it's like, damn, them skinny girls, they really, I don't have no issues with that. Even though skinny girls, you know, when you standing behind a skinny girl, it's not that great when you get behind one. But as a missionary, just they can take it. Skinny, I think that's what God gave skinny girls as their gift, because thick girls got their gift, what men are attracted to, right? So I think that's what God allowed skinny girls to have, deep pussy. Facts though. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the skinny girls.
Shout out to all women. Shout out to all women, man.
Shout out to all the thick, fat, skinny, tall, short, blue, black, purple, long hair, short hair, talk shit, humble.
As long as it's God-given vagina.
Facts,
you know what I mean? I appreciate you.
You guys, check this out, man. This is L.O.T.S approved Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 28. I go by the name of L.O.T.S approved media. L.O.T.S approved. This is L.O.T.S approved media. Don't Shoot the Messenger. Grrr. I'm gonna let my partner in crime introduce himself.
I goes
For the
by the
last
name.
time until next time.
I goes by the name of Planet. Goddamn it, Free G5. You already know what time it is. Man, sorry for the late start today, man. We was going through some real life situations. You know what I'm saying? But we do appreciate y'all for staying tuned into us. We love y'all. Thank you even more, man. And yeah, until next time.
Fact, you guys know we went on late today. We do apologize, but things happen. This is episode number 28. You guys know this is live. This is not pre-recorded. So we're not editing nothing out. When we're late, we're late. If I got a booger in my nose hanging, you're going to see the booger. Man, it is what it is. This is live, okay? And we've been consistent week after week. Episode number 28. I'm happy you guys are here with us, all right? And once again, this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger
Bow
podcast.
Yeah.
All right, and we out.
We out, baby. Say no more. Say la vie.